Welcome to
Babes on Tape.
We got a real Nubian. In the house. A real Nubians. No, RNK,
you know.
Malik The Melanated Militant.
Thank you.
Did you zoot before?
Nah, I didn't.
Did you?
I'm sober mind.
No, tell us.
I'm loud. I hate a fatty like.
Really? So how are you feeling right now? How's
chill.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm chill 247 though. Or maybe I don't come off like that.
You're not chill 247. No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think you're chill 247.
I like that.
Cause you're very like, not that it's bad or anything. Because I relate. Like I'm like that as well. You know.
Big energy.
Yeah. I really knew what I was gonna say. Yeah. So, but at the same time, you're chill. I feel like we're the same. Because you know what you always says to me, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you might have something weird on your story or such. You go like, this is your twin, or like you guys are the same people, and I get it because like you're not chill, but you are.
Yeah,
you know?
But
so,
I feel like what it is like as in everybody has that within themselves, but then like the quorum is how much you control your energy.
Yeah.
You know? But like realistically, what you're saying, that twin thing on the story is like you're finding like something that I'm exposing relatable. But that's what people are supposed to be able to do in communication.
Yeah.
You have to like, you know, channel your energy through. So yeah, but
it's not a bad thing. Keep it up. Like,
oh no, don't worry about me. Like that's what the out
Like even look at your hair, it's just so like
different. How many niggas you know gonna walk around down their hair?
I'm screaming, bro. All my Yoruba boys know now we Nigerian.
Who's the hairdresser?
Wait, one more fight.
I'm a chef.
What Yoruba?
Small.
So you
don't come and disgrace me now because of my nation, my own nation. I'm Irish, like you've been here.
Yup, the boys
got me that passport.
I won't lie, that red passport though.
That's a gig, like
it's handy.
It is. Does that mean you're gonna marry a white man then? Like of a different nation, then be Nigerian, Irish, and then like American.
You know, I'd love. You know, like honestly, I would love to marry maybe a Brazilian guy.
Stop playing games and we stop it now. You see what your Yoruba is. You see what
no. You don't let me finish. But I love my Yoruba man.
We love you.
I'm gonna marry a Yoruba man. I have to. Like it just makes no sense. Can you imagine me with someone that's not Yoruba though? Or Nigerian.
I feel like you're losing a bit of strength. Do you know?
You think so?
No, not racism wise. Just like Nigerians really are something. You know
he's gonna need. He is gonna need a lot of strength. Yeah. If I deal with someone that's not Nigerian, I feel like
you probably overpower him.
That's the thing, and I feel like I will. Like if I was with a white man, I 100%. Not that like I'm against it. Like if I find like my right person,
it's love.
I will 100%. But I feel like that's how it is though. When most black girls date white guys. There's
a dominatrix. I see it.
You see it too. But I love it. Like
it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me though.
I think we just have we're just very strong in who
African
we are.
women, deeply. Yeah, and it's because even before I come here, my brother was telling me he was watching this interview. You know that Tyrese guy, the American guy,
Gibson.
You know the one in Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
So, you know his whole relationship situation. And I was just like, it's just one of them ones where bro wasn't like either, you know, because like as in it's in relationships, it's always like how men work off life would be like logic and then using logic to find feeling or emotion. But women are like emotion to find logic. Like so a man is looking at what is around him to find out how he's feeling about it, if it's intimidating him, if it's comfortable, if it's
that's true.
But woman's like, oh, I'm feeling this, that means that. So she gets the logic from that then.
That's
so
true.
Everyone can actually read each other off natural energy already, but you have to like work with what is your, you know, standing. Like, cause some men would be the opposite, you know, like just emotional, like be very emotional. Cause I'm a very emotional guy, but I have to work with my logic, or else things just go energy. Okay. You know what I mean?
I think guys should be more emotional.
For sure.
But you know, at the same time, right? I think guys are low-key more emotional than girls. You guys are just better at hiding it. Because sometimes you niggas be moving weird for no for no reason. I'm like, wait, who's the bitch? Is it me or you?
Yeah. Don't worry about
so like, we don't say about that.
2024 is the year of retribution. It's the year of like
there's niggas out here emailing girls to get their attention. There's niggas out here.
Bro, boys be very creative with the move.
Like, it's not creative. It's weird.
Yes. You see, cause I'm very direct about how I do things. You know what I mean? Like, and girls do like a direct guy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I think niggas take notes from Melanated Militant.
I'm screaming. I'm gonna clarify myself. It's Malik The Melanated Militant.
Okay. Have you heard how he said Malik The Melanated Militant?
It's like a tongue twister for her.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, every single time we talk, we say, that's how I say,
I don't want to catch you.
I'll get it.
Melanated Militant.
Cool.
Real new.
You can just say Malik still. Malik's actually the artist name.
I love Malik.
Yeah.
You know, back in the sun in the street.
Oh, yeah.
Street night studio session release. Late night studio session. You probably think I'm taking the piss, yeah, but it's my daily rotation. I play it every single time I'm going to work. I don't know why. It's just such a it's so off topic, but it's just such a good song.
No,
I actually
it's
it actually really is big. That there's been random times when we need to just jam into and we're like, wait, we actually know this guy who made this music, you know? It's so weird.
It's funny because that's actually how it's all going to be though. Like even this, like I know you guys. You know what I mean? So like it's the ones who get creative, like then forge those relationships. They know each other, and that bubbles into that scene.
Gotta take a shot.
I do, yeah. For what reason? You give me a challenger or something that's lit, and I might take a shot. Actually, to be honest, I got you already. This is our first shot. I'm a Nigerian man now. Every day that's celebration.
He said one like and liked it himself.
You guys know me.
Cheers.
Like, there's no front for the camera. Yeah, hold the nose. Wow. Bacardi. Cheers, Shardy.
Wow, Bacardi. Whoa.
Sound for the sponsorship.
Yup.
And I'm going to email you the details on the payment later.
Honestly.
Oh, God.
Actually, we'll probably get onto you for a few of them sponsorships.
Yeah.
You guys are really good at getting those.
Do you know what it is? That's what I said. It's relationships. Mm-hmm. You know, it's knowing how to do that network thing as well. Because like you're in Ireland, and Ireland's like, it's all about who you know.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
It is.
And then you have that opportunity where like it's a smaller nation. Like you could fly out of Ireland and go to a different country, like London, LA. Now one of my boys was telling me he's in LA. And he bumped into one of the man and he was like, yo, I know this guy, because when you say Dublin or Ireland, the pool gets smaller each time. So it's easier as an Irish person.
Filter people out and be like, oh, you know this? I mean? Yeah, that's really, really
true. So like, that power network, like as in it's a thing that this year we're trying to really like
100%,
you know,
100%.
as a community, really like start
to
understand.
I think that's amazing because like this year, or like let's say since last year going on to this year, I've seen people are kind of deep in that more and trying to work within the Irish community and just kind of support each other more. Like I feel like there's more support going around now. People are starting to realize like honestly it doesn't have to be a competition. Because like let's say okay, we're a podcast, we can be beefing every other podcast, but we're friends with all the other podcasts. You get me? Like we don't know all the other podcasts. There's no malice towards or anything like that, but it's like okay, if I fuck with you, I'm gonna support it. And I feel like a lot of people didn't support other people just because it was just more of like a jealousy thing, or it's a thing where like I've came to realize that a lot of people don't like let's say creatives or people that are in the scene because we're doing what they wish they could do,
or what they're doing as well. Because it's like with business or anything, there's always a conflict of like interest. You know? So like unfortunately, like in nature, there's like natural competition and like all these things come naturally. So instead of like us letting what's gonna naturally be there take charge of us, we should start to look at as in from a distance where you can see like, oh, they're doing this, that means they have an audience. I'm doing this, it means if we collab that audience, now it's
just gonna be bigger and better.
I feel like people underestimate like for such a small community compared to like European countries, there's so much talent. Like you know, at least 10 people in each, like from every 50 people.
Let me do my shout outs quickly. Shout out
to
Gliders.
Glider. Wait. Free tracksuit or we bleep out that?
Yo, I'm the ghost glider, but we're Travis and Ellis, isn't it?
But continue.
No. Shout out Keanu the Pilot. Shout out obviously Travis and Ello. Blockbuster out now. You might go listen to that. Go stream that.
Yeah, stream Blockbuster.
Shout out Fortune. Shout out, bro. I can keep going forever, bro. This year, I feel like this year is going to be like the emergence of so many other new artists.
Everyone's coming out of their shell more. Everyone's realized
there's too many men. There's too many men out here. Like
I was even thinking when you said Keanu, Balotelli, go listen to that song
right now.
Go listen to that song.
I swear a nigga been said I've been free. Top for the Pyrenees,
and I hate that. That's why I hate when so many people think that they need to monopolize things. You don't need just. If we work together, Dublin could be a massive hub.
When we don't worry about the ones who can't work together, because those ones get left behind.
They get left behind.
It's just the truth, and it's unfortunate because you get in the way of yourself so much that you don't realize that like before stardom, every star had to burn. Like, you have to work. You just have to run. Like,
and some people had to walk so that we can run.
And then after, as we need to walk and run, we need to. If we look at the opportunities now, we do it in tandem. But you're an immigrant coming from a different nation, where some people are folding tin for money, and you want to start talking about. You're in Dublin, you want to get VIP, catch out to my man there.
Bruh.
And you're all doing the same thing. Bro look like you, his mom looks like your mom, your sister. You know what I mean? You need to start understanding some shit.
Do you know what I mean? Especially, as I said, we're a very small community.
Yeah.
When you see this community beefing this community, I'm like, you do know you're only placed there because that's where the council placed your family. And like the beef that goes on between these people, I'm like, imagine if we worked together, how far we could go, the things we could change for Black people in Ireland.
Are you using direct postcode beef because...
Yeah, because there shouldn't.
Cool. I was making food. Yeah.
No, there should be no post.
So dumb.
We're too small of it. We're too small of it.
But that's what a small place does. Like, small town mentality is crazy. Like you can get like, because it's easy to be the hardest in your school. It's easy to be the hardest in your town. It's easy, but then like when you start getting bigger, city,
big fish mentality.
People ain't caring about who you punched in your local post office. Like, you know what I mean? But like that comes with like growth and experience of environments, anyways. Like, because when you first like land in this nation, like you're gonna start small. You're gonna be your mom and you and a few people you know, then the people who look like you, and your community develops and grows as you go. So I feel like we're still a growing community. So I wouldn't even put it on the next too much, because at the end of the day, out of all these other countries that are doing that kind of thing, I think Ireland, we kind of have it still down. And amen, as we grow with the music and everything else, we don't see too much of a growth in those areas. We see more of a decline.
That's true. That's true, but I don't know too much on the younger generation. I feel like there is a bit of a growth, to be honest.
That's the drill question. That's TikTok. I mean, that's just too much WAS content on your ex.
That's
like
very
we're talking
true.
about, just going straight to the young minds. But
that's very true.
Young people who get involved in that early usually like fall out of love with that in the majority, because they've done everything already. By the time you're 12, you smoked the bowl, cleared everybody, and drank shayo. You've done everything. By the age of 12,
smelly.
There's only like, as in at that stage, there's only
age of 12. But you say it like kids in Nigeria aren't clearing at the age of 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like, but then like look at our parents.
But I feel like kids in Nigeria have a completely different experience.
It's a mud experience, but that's mud experience usually breeds diamonds. Like, because like if you're actually from like one of these areas, like as in we're Nigerian, like as in there's 500 million plus of us, like repeating each story and failing time after time. But once you start seeing the examples that make it, the rest of them fall in line.
That's very true.
So like now, because 1 out of like 100 mil has made it, now another 99 mil conceded the path, and they like to go drink water, so they follow. Like, you know.
That's very true. So
it's not like a hopeless situation. It's just one of them ones where we have to like be very focused about how conscious the effort towards greater things for us community is. Like, as in, because if it's just like I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna do it, and I'm not gonna show you man the steps. I'm just gonna expect the ones who are intelligent enough to follow suit. That works as well. But I feel like we've gotten a place with communication. We have all these kind of things. You can use an animation. There's easier ways to translate the message. So it doesn't take as long to get across to people, you know.
That's very true.
Especially the youth.
You know what I deep is that, like, this is just a random talk, but like when you look at like celebrities now, when you look at them and let's say you watch their autobiography or times, a lot of them were friends with a lot of each other when they were younger. So it could be like, oh yeah, we all go like, oh yeah, we're all in our 40s. Oh yeah, I know Malik back in the days. He was on Days on Tape. You know, like, and it's like, it's when you look at it, a lot of them knew each other back then, and that's because they were putting each other on and helping each other and be like mentioning names. Like, let's say Will Smith could have been like, okay, I'm not good for this role, but Eddie Murphy would be great for it. You know, that kind of thing. Like, so it's nice to see, and I hope that's how we continue to.
I hope so as well.
Do our thing.
But I saw one of my girls posted like in her, private story. She posted in a private story, and she said just something like, I need all my friends to continuously act on their craft because you are the connections for my children.
I mean, see, that's what I'm saying.
Which is true.
Boys, what you know about the gliders pulling up to your nephew's bar mitzvah?
Bruh!
Like, you don't even understand. No, I promise you, it's actually gonna, when you think that like how many men are gonna have babies soon? If you think about it, like, as in, I'm already an uncle. Like, I've been an uncle since I was young. But now, like, as in, like, I'm an uncle to my friends' children.
Remember that time?
We shot the video at your house and there was a baby.
And we're like, this baby's gonna be so cool. He knows too many people already. Like,
no. So it's the thing where, like, as in, like, because I remember when we first came to Ireland, and it was like my mom, her 2 sisters, me, my brother, and my sister. Like, it was my mom's friends' kids that that I gem with.
Of course.
So like as in like your community, and like as in then my older cousins, they're not even my cousins by blood, but like because everyone's in this situation where we're trying to get up, everyone's family.
Yeah.
So like as in then you see them having kids or them having like relationships or whatever, and this is where you're learning like, oh, I'm going to be filling this position or role eventually. Like I'm going to be the older brother that if you get in a thing in town, you're shouting me to go protect you. You know what I mean?
True.
I'm gonna be like as in the sister that gives the advice to the young.
True.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna be the guy who gets like the first car and it's telling the young boys, oh, you have to be driving to help your marriage get groceries. I'm gonna be plugging in those like little things eventually.
As you should.
So we fall into line like as in our community, and like as in try to see our community expand and grow. RNK, you know?
RNK. Real Nubians know. And I feel like a lot of people forget that we are the first generation. We're the people that will actually have to make those steps for the rest of the generation to fall in line.
And I love it. Can I say something as well? Like even like let's say obviously we're talking about creative world and everything like that, but like even in the corporate world as well, I'm seeing like remember that time we came back from immigration, we saw a black man in immigration. We were so happy because all the amount of times I've traveled, I've never seen a black man behind that immigration
place. I hate going through passport control. The way I was cheesing.
Bro, he was like, he was like, how you doing? Have a good day. Like he just because our face changed because me and you were like, oh fuck, we're back in Ireland, and then we see a black man behind the booth in immigration, and we were like, oh, and he knew it because we couldn't stop silent as well. He was just, and it's just nice to see.
And who would thought just him having that job is giving such greatness?
You get me?
Like me, like
thank you. You get me?
So much hope. It's inspiring.
Or like even where I worked, there was a black woman as well appointed like a really high place and all that kind of stuff. One of my friends as well, Debbie. Shout out to Debbie. Like she's doing loads in like growing corporately because she wants to bring black people in and it's just amazing to see that. Like I can't wait for that because when we were talking like weeks ago, we were saying like we need more black production. We need more black doctors, black people in corporate, black people in business. Like we need so much more of it because like yes, we're in a white man's land and yes, we need a white man to like do this and do that, but like it's only gonna take us.
You got 2 legs, 2 arms, 1 head.
Exactly. They don't have 2 heads.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a head.
3 here. There's 3
heads right here.
I mean,
like there's so much. Like I think at the moment, anyway, we're dominating the creative scene, and we will be for a long time.
Even sports. You see what's happening, yeah?
Rashidat.
Come on, shout.
Come on. Yeah. Like, people are on there.
But no, we talk all that, but in colleges, they're hitting it. In the health sector, we're hitting it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's like, as important, it's then recognizing that, like, okay, as this is all happening, what is it happening for? Because I could go rap, sing, do business, be an entrepreneur, do everything, yeah. But if I don't have a purpose, apart from like I'm distracting myself from the fact that this is life, then I'm just running,
That's
like
true.
you need to actually know, like as in what this is for, like as in, and it's just so that then the next can continue.
Exactly.
Like, at the end of the day, we're human beings. Like, very basic thing.
Exactly, and I love that mindset because I feel like a lot of, let's say, the people above us, they didn't see the longevity in a lot of things.
Yeah.
But we're starting up from scratch. A lot of us, we don't mind losing money doing things for free as long as we see that
it's making an impact
years, it's going to make an impact. And I think like we should all keep pushing because I see everybody is like moving out of the country and everything. And I personally, I would love to I think for a while I was like, I'd love to get out of here, but I feel like there are certain people that have to stay to be the change that we actually want to see. You can't just wake up one day and be like, this place hasn't changed and it's never going to change. Somebody
kind of have to make that.
Niggas be so scared to shout, yo, you, I'm tired of this. Let's make a change together. Like, you're gonna, from your bedroom in your days, you could continue to cry about the state of things, and then fly to a different country and land in the airport, land in the Airbnb, and then go outside, drink shayo, and then realize you're broke. And try connect with people you don't know in a foreign land, or you could use what your parents already your parents gave you cement and a way. Now you pave it. Like if you're really like, you know what I mean?
Your parents gave you cement and a way.
And you pave
it. You know one thing I really like about you, Malik? You're actually very eloquent.
Thank you.
You know, you're very eloquent,
I
very
read.
well-spoken.
Thank you.
You know, I came
no,
through
you're very
one
smart.
thing.
I love that.
I appreciate you.
But you know, people wouldn't realize it because you're so in the streets.
But then when you sit down and you're talking to me, you're like, oh shit, this guy actually
you need to know where you are when you're there. You know,
exactly. It's very refreshing.
Thank you.
Black man with the path and a brain.
Amen.
Unstoppable.
I mean, all the young boys, let's go that way.
Let's go. Drop
that
the knives, guys.
On knives. Come on, but
Just joking.
Oh, no, she's not joking. Drop them for real. But
I
fucking
am.
hell. Yeah. Oh my days.
I hope I have space. You're joking.
I'm joking. I think that's the thing with us. Even with the ways I'm taping, sometimes when we fuck up and like, let's say we're not recording, it's so hard to get that natural raw thing. I can't do it. I'll just be like, I'm not doing it. I'm so sorry, Yinti. Like, I'll just sit down.
It's like there'll be times I'm in the studio and I'll freestyle a whole like a whole 16. Like I just freestyle and bar for bar is cold. And I look out the beat and Keanu didn't press record.
Oh, I would have punched someone. I'm so sorry.
You see how I called your name out for this one, bro?
That's so different. I would have been so
no, don't worry. Like
Keanu, come on.
It's one of the ones you have to just trust that God will give it again because what you didn't choose happened. You know, like it was unexpected in a way. Like,
you know what? You're very right. You're actually very right, and I like that mentality as well because when we talking about that, like, shit, I think I'm drunk.
I live by that. You know? I live by that. It's like
all I said, I think I'm drunk.
One door closes. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Is the fact that a lot of things can be happening. Like, let's say now that thing didn't record, but you have to look at it as a blessing.
Yeah.
Like, bro, like let's say at work, the last couple of days, a lot of things has been happening that I have been like the last 4 or 5 days of my life has actually been hectic. And all I'm saying to myself, okay, what is God teaching me? What am I going to learn from this? Why am I doing? Before, I'd be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I would go crazy. Like, you get me?
Yeah, and it wouldn't benefit you.
Yeah, now I'm like, God, what are you trying to teach me? God, I know you're teaching me patience here. My patience is running low. God, give me the strength. Like, I found myself at work in the elevator saying that prayer over time,
Amen.
which is crazy because like before I'd be so quick to anger, I'd be so quick to like, oh my God, what the hell? Like now, like say when I said that, if I was recording and then Keanu didn't press play, I would have punched him. I would have punched him. But then I'd be like, okay, no, I need to relax.
Let me just hit the mic again.
You know, maybe it's the thing where I'm practicing my freestyles because there's gonna be a time where I'm just put in the spot and I have to do a freestyle anyways.
Oh yeah, and then it just goes.
Exactly.
I mean, it doesn't have to, because that's one thing. Like, as in, we're always trying to grab everything. Like, so there's experiences, like, as in, because that's a story now that I could tell here.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be funny if you did catch it on it. Like, and if you caught it, I wouldn't be able to sell it.
What a way to look at it! Wow.
So like these, like everything's like it's experiences that you are having. Like, I was on the bus thinking like, what kind of conversations would I have with you guys? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if I really think about that 212, I won't speak.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The conversation just flows.
You have to let things just go. What is?
That's one thing I always say about just don't force anything in life.
Honestly, yeah, if it's a thing where there's nothing for us to talk about, we'll actually just sit down and start the camera.
I look
at each other like that. Like, if there's nothing to say, there's nothing to say. But don't worry about that. We wouldn't bring someone that we can't have a conversation. That's one thing we said with ourselves. Like, if we're going to bring someone on this,
someone you're interested in or someone you can speak to.
Thank you.
Because not even or both.
Both at the same time.
Yeah. Because it's them ones where like, if you can't hold a conversation, why are we here? Because sometimes I can't hold a conversation. I don't want to be dragging a conversation out of you and looking like I'm forcing you to talk to me. Do you know what I mean? So no, we wouldn't.
Or do you think there's many bougie people now? Like, as in,
I think a lot of people want to portray themselves
as bougie. You know what? I'll tell you all. I live in my mom's crib. I really work hard and I love it. Like, you have to love where you are when you're there.
Literally.
If you live in your mother's
I'm eating good.
You know what I would do? Do you know what I would do to move back home? If I can get a good 9 to 5 back in Kerry, I've thought about it. I would move back home in a heartbeat. Rent
is a different thing.
Oh God!
You know, when I used to be in the car, your mom can I get McDonald's? There's food at home. Now I understand.
I understand it. I honestly don't be eating out like that. I be cooking in my house. I'm like, I'm not going to spend 20 euros. Right, you know?
Also, can I be so real? Like, unless it's a restaurant, let's say, where the chef is of color or from a different nation, I don't think the food bangs that nice.
They don't.
Shout out Mama She. See what they're doing.
Mama She.
Shout out Mama She. See what they're doing.
Like, it actually, but it makes
more street.
Yeah. Don't worry. We're back this week. Right. This will be pre-recorded for later. So
we'll drop it next week.
Thursdays on Marion Square, and then Moore Street's Friday and Saturday.
Moore Street Friday and Saturday. Thursday Marion Square.
Come on, we're actually trying to pick up more. You know, because this year is the year of being all about everywhere.
Are you guys going to do maybe longitude or something?
You see, the thing is
that is.
I'm trying to make it so exclusive. So all the Oyimbos in here looking and thinking, how much, like, where do I book her? Shout me in the emails, because it's getting like that, you know. And it's good to get like that because, like,
of course,
business. The thing is, Mama She's food is delicious.
Too good.
Delicious.
Connected.
It's very like
these guys. You know, they're bigging it up because they know they're gonna see you this week.
You see me sniffing around Wall Street.
I got you, man. I got you, man.
But deadass, no, her food is genuine. Like if she was my mother.
Look at me, greatness. Yeah. Like that's all I've been trying.
That's why your skin's glowing. You have really good skin, and it's because of Mama She.
It's Mama She, bro. It's Mama She, bro.
I know they were asking her every time there's a party. They'd be asking her.
Come and do, yeah. In fact, there's a few. This year is going to be interesting, like, because obviously we got the RNK community events, we got Mama She, we got new music. The boys are taking over. Like,
are you dropping new music as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna be dropping. I'm gonna drop 2 tapes this year. I'm looking.
Yeah. Okay, I can't wait for that.
Man, I might even push it to 3 now.
True.
Let us do ad-libs.
And you know what? We should have brought the studio. In fact, I should have come with Amanda. We should have brought the studio.
Nah, don't. Honestly, yeah. You know, you just saying that she wants. We want to be based on tape on the track for real.
I'm gonna put you
like
on.
Imagine, imagine deadass. Imagine Malik featuring based on tape.
Yeah, nah, we do it. We just run it. You know what we do? The start of the song, we do like a little podcast, like a little 3-second.
Oh yeah, we're just talking about random shit.
And then we'll go to the song.
I
like being creative like that. I'm not even capping. You have it here. I'm not capping. I know you can't. I can't. I'm here.
It's on video proof. There is literally.
This is a written. This is a verbal contract.
Verbal contract.
Catch us soon. Malik featuring based
on tape. You know I'm gonna be doing double entendres. You hear me?
You're silly.
I'm being my guy, dude. Come on, like.
Yeah, I just got
it, dude. But this is the lyrics. I promise you, give me 10 seconds. I pen a verse right now. Everyone's trying to go crazy.
Jeez, this is gonna be funny. Okay, no, for real. So that is the day. I'll call if I were.
Just the same way. Just the same way. I'll punch it in. I promise.
No, for real.
It would be. I'm
gonna bring my pen to paper tonight.
Oh, crazy! You wanna pen a verse like?
Yeah. You know, sometime a day, what I'm trying to say, babes on tape, get up the fuck my way.
Oh, yo, she did that right here. Right here, right now. No writtens, bro. Let me just turn this off so they think you don't have it here. Like, turn this on off.
That was good.
Yeah, Lamide. I highly.
That was really
You're
good.
so drunk. Let's get crunk.
And she was giving me eye. Please.
I'm not a musician, guys.
You man, I told you, don't mind them. African women born with vocals.
I'd actually love to get into music.
Yeah?
She can sing.
I'd actually love to get into
music.
Sing.
You see, what's his name? What's that big nigga on Instagram? The guy be doing all the lives and shit. Drewski.
Oh.
I got a contract here for you. Sign up.
Oh my god, I would actually love to say I could do. I actually really want to get on it. Like, actually,
you know what we do? We do a studio day. Like, I'm gonna punch it in. We're gonna just do a studio day. We'll vibe and record it all. You know what I mean? Maybe this comes part of the podcast or something.
I'm so excited.
It'll be fun as well.
I'm actually so excited. Yeah.
People see the background like of the studio and stuff.
And they'll be like, "What the fuck?"
You ever been to Pirate Studio?
When I release
I don't think we go Pirate. I think we go Yellow Door. Yellow Door Studios.
Yellow Door. Where's Yellow Door?
Shout Uncle Jaffa if you're trying to book a session there.
Okay.
You know he's been doing stuff.
Uncle Jaffa's in his entrepreneurial mover.
You know when you're ahead of your time.
Mm-hmm. He is. He was very ahead of his time.
I know. Like that's the great thing about like as in you then get instead of like seeing like I'm so far ahead of my time. I don't like. She did another one.
I don't like that drink at all.
You another one.
You drank about 4 gulps.
Josh, You
don't like it.
I need a shy.
I need a bow and shy.
Do you want another shot?
You know
don't ya?
Nah, dude.
He does.
I'm like right now. You guys are still really chilling, and that's not fair.
Alright, but where are we taking the podcast? You might even have questions for bro. Like,
we don't ask you questions.
I like that.
We're not here to dive in. We just want
to try get me on a question.
What kind of shot is that?
Yeah.
That will cost you 37 euro on fucking.
Nah. Who told you? I'm an Irish man. Stop playing games with me earlier.
He's Irish.
Yes, boy. I was out drinking last night.
Yup, the boy.
His accent is actually pure. Like he's proper Irish when he talks.
He's proper Irish.
I know, he gave you a few like.
Do you know what I love that about you? We can all speak in our Irish accents now.
Oh, for sure. What else did you speak?
I swear to God, they're gonna see this.
So I told you I was walking up the road there, and I knew exactly what side to be on. I knew how to navigate.
That's how smart. I could never do that.
You know, you have to walk against the cars.
Oh, do you know what's so funny? I let them behind me back because you don't want me facing me like you get.
Oh, are you terrified? Like driving, seeing this monster.
Fucking hell! Fucking drive into a ditch, I would.
He thought he saw a man, but it was a John Derry.
John Derry. It was a John Deere. You're a fucking tractor.
Yo, I said Derry, you know.
Deere.
There ain't no London in Derry. The real Irish boys to get that one, like, go on.
Bring back our 12 counties.
Oh, you see?
It's 6!
Bring back our 6!
It's 6 counties.
Yeah, she said 12, man.
Sure, we haven't been good at maths in a long time.
You get me? Are you bad at maths as well?
I'm great at them. I love my money. I love my numbers. What are you talking
I'm so bad at maths.
No.
Oh.
You're not bad at maths in Jesus' name.
You're
bad at algebra.
Amen.
You tell me where you use algebra in reality. When I use, I can add, I can minus.
That is so true. School can actually be a scam because
wait, there we go.
School is a scam. Yeah. Why am I learning algebra XYZ? Pythagoras theorem. I haven't used that.
Yeah, the pronunciations kill me too.
I haven't used that shit since I wrote it to pen and paper back how many years ago. I'm not gonna say how many years ago because I'm not gonna say my age. And I'm only 16. Like,
oh no!
Did you graduate early?
Like my shandy,
No, but
did you graduate early?
Yeah, I was really smart. But I couldn't do Pythagoras theorem.
No, you guys are actually jokes. Like, it's like you guys need to come on Unity and all that thing. Big
No, but for real, school was an absolute scam. Like, I was stressing, I was puking, I was depressed.
What was the worst experience? Like that one memory?
Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be so real with you. I don't really have a bad experience with school. I think me and Unity were in school, right?
Yeah.
But it's the thing. The thing is, like, everyone liked me. I was a likable person. Like, teachers liked me. Every single person got along with me. So I didn't have a bad school experience. But I did find school hard, just like with the whole math and English and this and other. And what pissed me off more was like, because teachers like me, they're like, oh, like, you're such a bright girl, you can definitely do this, you can do that. But I don't like to think. I don't like using my brain. I think I'm just very lazy when it comes academically. I am very lazy.
So sitting down and trying to apply yourself like that. Yeah. You like to apply yourself.
I used to see that, so then I'd just be like, and
Unity understood that with me for a very long time. So any classes me and Unity had, she gave me all the answers. Like I would sleep throughout the class. She's like, oh yeah, she wake me up. Write it down.
I get you. I know the two you know in school.
And she was like, that was it, because like, not that I was stupid or anything.
You're bothered.
But it's just
sometimes you can actually be so intelligent that you're not bothered with things.
That's the thing. That's how I feel like that's how I felt. I did not give a toss. And like it was the same with college. And I was like,
because if something has no bearing on you, then
I didn't finish college, and now I'm a qualified scientist.
You see? That's what I'm saying. Like, if something has no bearing on you and you know it, like, it's gonna be very hard for someone to fake motivate you.
Literally, you know? Or even like business. Doing business in college, I think is the biggest scam because so many people didn't do business in college and they're striving right now.
Business is everything. That's what I'm saying. Like, musicians forget music is business.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Football players forget after sports is business. Anytime you try and monetize something, you're gonna have to go into that realm of life. And business is what? Plus and minus. Like business is projection. It's more stats. It's more stocks. It's more, like as in projecting things. It's not the maths you didn't like was very engaging. The maths you did like was like how many apples. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of real.
Engaging. I
feel like accounting. You could learn that on YouTube.
I think accounting is a Ponzi scheme, bro. I think like what you're all doing is you're giving people degrees so that they're the only ones who are handling the bread.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
they're so
you start fucking with each other.
Literally,
start fucking my money. Give me cash.
Because I remember.
Give me cash.
I remember in college.
Give me cash. No rev.
You don't have rev.
I got rev, bro. Hit you with that red tag thing too.
Give him cash.
Give me cash.
Give me cash as well.
Give me cash as well. I talk about the episode all the time how much I love money. Everybody everybody you're seeing right here loves money. Send us 1K each right now.
It's given
It's given 1 million each right now.
1 million?
Quick.
It's 500,000.
No lele. Come on.
Euros, no naira.
Thank you.
Euros, no naira.
No
CG.
Euros, no naira. No, but we have to increase the currency, boys. Like, what's going on?
You know who I talked to the other day? I was talking to Abu.
Yeah.
About Nige.
Yeah, okay.
He was just like, yeah, we're talking. And I goes, oh, yeah. And then conversation, whatever. And then it went to 50 fucking euro is 49,000 naira.
Yeah.
I said, no way, Jose.
No way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how disgusting it is? Like, if you went to Nige today, right, and you wanted a driver for the 6 days, give him 50 euro, he'll be happy.
Oh, happy? He's eating very well.
Bro!
Like,
so how much is 50 euro in CDs?
So euro is like 900 to 1,000 naira.
Bro, happened to what's with the rate of naira?
But you know, that's what I don't understand about they
just keep printing
the Africans, right? Because
you're meant to tie your
like it's so annoying because like Africans can be so rich. Like, we know
Crazy.
this.
So how could you ever be to Ireland?
That's what it makes. Oh my god, it pisses me off because I'm so like this actually triggers me because how as a country are you so fucking rich and you made all these other countries rich, but you're so not there?
It's greed,
and it's so annoying.
They kind of have. Let's say the people above us and also in the scene who could have paved the way for young people like us but didn't. They have the same mentality as the officials in Nigeria, that they are the only ones that want
money. It's literally greed.
You get me?
It's
like you're going
to contest for Africans.
And what pisses me off is like people think with all this money and all this fame and all this fortune that you're going to be buried with it. At the end of the day, we're actually all going to be 6 foot under, and are you going to be buried with your millions?
Money is the only important. Like, money is a thing that's like behind an energy, and that's energy of trade. Like apart from like using it to create other lucrative opportunities, like it doesn't have like value then, because we all agree that paper there is what we're going to use to create value on items. Unfortunately, Africans were very they allowed themselves to be tricked by the Europeans when it comes to like items. They said, look at this beautiful glass thing come from Europe. You say, oh jeez man, I'll be the only African to have this. Take half of those acres over there and take the oil on that for that glass cup now. Go back to your village with a glass cup and you be like this. You put a glass cup on your head like this and you start taking photos. And you flex.
That's just it.
Just so you can flex.
Guys, pause. You just didn't take your shot.
I'm not finishing that completely. I will feel like I'll sip it from time to time.
No.
But also, that's the that actually is that affects Black people in Europe as well. I think when it comes to, let's say, designer and things, they feel like, oh yeah, I'll be the only one.
Half of these designers don't even like Black people.
You know what's crazier? I heard something that made me laugh. Some guy was talking. He said like all these drill youths on the road, like as in a drill man's ethos would be like, oh, I'm African, trying to get it from my mom at home kind of situation. Yeah, bro, you're killing each other for gay man's clothing. Like who? Most of they're stabbing each other up for gay people's clothes. So like this is what I'm saying, like you guys don't even agree with like the agenda of those people, but you die for the items that come from those people.
Which is so crazy. And because that gay man came to you, you say, oh, I'm not.
Exactly, but then directly,
you have to beep that out. I
think there's a certain thing that happens with words.
Yeah, that's what they say. They're like, oh, I'm not. Like, I love gay people. Like, fuck that. But then when it's them, they're like, no, but then you're dying for the clothing.
They're doing not just for the clothing, like as in like it's for everything, like everything that you actually like for. Unconsciously you go against, like because these men will be like, okay, the reason I'm in the rap game or the reason I'm doing this is when I make my first diss, I'm gonna buy my mom something. Guy's got himself Gucci, got himself this, took his girl to Napa, took his girl to this place, and mom is still just doing the 9 to 5 and probably ain't never get flowers. No. Do you know what I mean? Like so that's it's like so crazy to like me. I feel like African men, because I forget like as in and even saying like that the person's clothes is made by a gay designer, it's not because like the person's gay that you don't like them, but you claim to be so opposite of that world, because like we have worlds everywhere, and everyone has to respect the fact that these people exist everywhere. Like there's a gay person here, there's a Black person that's gay, there's a white person that's gay, there's a Chinese person that's gay. Okay, that's just sexuality, let's leave that to the side. But you claim, most of these hired guys, they claim so much, like with their mouth and like their ethos and their energy, but so little benefits them or their family in the end of all that road that they run. So for my roadman, let's get it, 2024.
Let's get it. Instead of buying Canada Goose, how about you go buy that plot of land back home?
I like that. Real estate. What are you telling them about that?
What? Actually, that's
the cheat code. Touch my fingers down. That's that money.
No, that's actually my that's what I want for my 25th birthday. Land. I want a plot of land there you go. In Ghana.
Who's buying Chate plot of land? Not a Birkin bag.
I don't want a Birkin bag. I'm not even one of those, design. I want land. I want property.
Give me goats. Cows, land.
I can use it to farm and make profit. I can use it to build a house and live in it or rent it out.
Or buy me a house in my name. And I can rent that out as well.
Come on.
You get me?
Now you have to give them the full name so he knows what to put on there.
Literally 5 days.
I'll go online now. I'll go and copyright that name before she even went cash the money. Look,
copyright
everything.
Fucking if you want to buy us anything, guys, for real, fuck the blood diamonds, fuck everything. Get us houses and land.
I want a property.
That's all we need.
Property portfolio.
That's all we need. Imagine. I want how many houses do you want? By the time I'm like probably like 70. Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I want about 4 houses.
Because you want, but what are you gonna do? It like
rent it out. Okay. Probably give some to my. If I end up having kids, give them to my. I'll definitely live in one with my kids. Probably give the one I live in to my kids. Rent the other house. Rent the other one's house, and end up selling it. Like
just keep it.
You know, have that. That's a steady income when you actually deep it.
Yeah.
My dream is. When I get property, because I didn't get Susie or anything, so I had to leave college because I just couldn't afford it.
Okay.
To create not even low income housing, but quality housing at a low budget
at a nice
students.
Price. Yeah. Like literally,
that's what I.
You know how much students, and I feel so bad for students these days. They're paying an arm and a leg for accommodation. Bro, and it's
when I lived in Dublin, I was a full-time student and had to do 2 jobs on top. The students shouldn't have to think about that at all. Just think about getting your degree, and that's all.
It's that, or maybe the degree isn't worth it. Do you know? That's what you're saying. Like,
no, it is that. And the degree definitely isn't worth it.
Yeah.
Because look at you now.
So, what kind of industries would you encourage the young black and
tech,
white,
science,
South American children?
Tech and science, you're good. I promise you. Even if you have a fucking level 5 or 6 in science,
tech and science,
you're going because you can get your level 5 in science. Get a good job and literally make your way up, and then you're touching within 2-3 years. By the time you're 23, 24, you're touching 80K.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna ask you guys to help me do interviews during this community event.
Of course.
Yeah, I'd love to do an interview.
Cause that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get feel that as in really be in the community. You see what stop trying to bring America or the UK here. Let's paint the watch
ourselves.
Let's see what Ireland looks like. Do you know what I mean?
My goodness. And the thing is, people don't realize Ireland as a country has so much influence.
Yeah. No, it's
so much.
Americans celebrate St. Patrick's Day more than we do.
Yeah. So when you then get that black and Irish into that international scale fully properly,
being black and Irish is going to be gold.
Oh, it is already. Come on.
It is, but
we are that.
We are that. But people are going to wish to be black and Irish. I promise you that. Because first of all, when you're black, you already set so many trends. But also when you're Irish, there's
everyone knows they're Irish.
There's a worldwide love.
Misty, this is a lore. What's island? This little island that's always been mentioned. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't get when everybody's trying to adapt or trying to adopt other personalities. Just
media.
Be yourself. What do you mean? I'm from Atlanta. No, you're not. You're from Killybegs.
Oh, literally,
not Killybegs. Last now Killybegs on the fucking.
Yup, Killybegs. But yeah, it's just I don't know. I feel like there's so much. I always say, I say this every day. I think I'm like, there's so much potential
within
Ireland.
It's gold.
So much. The government, they need to kick them out. It's too old. Too.
Yeah, but I feel like instead of kicking out, look at that's an opportunity. Like you're saying, old man don't know how to use the internet, and you do. So what are you gonna go do? You're gonna tell them, bro, there's a problem. You have a problem. I've got a solution. Let's work.
I seen that on TikTok. I seen that on TikTok. This girl, she pays old people 50, 60 euro an hour to teach them how to use the internet.
See?
Do you know how fucking smart that is?
And who's taxing her?
And old people, they have money. They have money to waste. They will pay you.
So now she has a reliable client list.
Literally, she gets 10 clients a day.
You just gave me an idea there.
Do you know how amazing that is?
It's probably a big market. This is probably going to boom after this.
Do you know where I live? Where we live is just all
old people. You could dead ass do it.
And as in for them to be able to use the internet to communicate to their loved ones.
If you
offer them a
just for an hour, literally just for an hour.
That's actually really. And this is another thing. I was doing international business. I have learned more about business outside of college.
You have to be. Life is so that you gather experiences by living them.
When you deep me, shit, I'm talking about it. Even let's say loans and credit cards, right? I'm talking about credit cards. Why is it in college? I never told you about this. It's more better.
What's college? They should have told you in primary school.
Yeah, more better. It actually makes more sense for you to get a credit card than a loan. You'll take out a 5K loan. They will give you the cash in hand. More time, you're gonna spend that shit straight away. Exactly. Cool, and then you're spending the next 7 years paying it off.
But I'll be so real. Unless you're good with money, do not get a credit card.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're one of those tappers.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Whereas getting a credit card, use whatever amount, and you can generate that 100 euros taken out every single month. Whereas the loan is wishy-washy. They don't tell you these kind of things. You get me? They don't even tell you how to do tax. They don't tell you how to apply for a fucking job. They don't tell you how to apply to
you know what's funny? People tell you most of those things are your parents or the elders in your community. So that's what I'm saying. Everyone in the community is starting to understand the roles they actually play, as in that keeps society itself a buck. because like schooling would be like a government mandate kind of situation.
Yeah.
Go anywhere that government is telling you like, oh yeah, we're the reason that the clothes are on your back and the shoes on your leg. They're lying to you, you know.
It's very true.
Like if not for the fact they control the ports and like as in they allow international trade, that's what brings in all those things.
Exactly,
Maybe that's where government needs to be, and then like as in police force because some man them are mad. Apart from that, like really everything holds itself together, you know, naturally. So you look at what those natural roles do and how like important certain ones are to like changing a young person's life. Like every young person should have a mentor at the age of like 16 to 22.
Yeah, just so you know,
like as in a personal enough mentor, like someone that they can directly say like, okay, I've just gone through a breakup. That's the person I'm looking to go to. I've just gone through this for the first time. Oh, I've just owe someone money and I don't know how to pay this person money. Instead of I'm gonna go to the streets and try. Yeah, I mean, I know where to go to talk to. Like as in, unfortunately, parents have been removed from these positions where they could be that advice because they have to go work 4 jobs just to afford 2 little acres of -1,000 land space in Ireland, bro, or whatever the situation is. But it's important for like everyone to start to understand that, like, as in we got each other, like, you know,
100%.
we really do. Like 2024 is gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie. With all these wars raging and everything that's happening around, it is gonna be hard. But
I feel like we're gonna. You see what we read in the history books. I think we're gonna be the history in the next like 50, 70, 80, 100 years. The kids then are gonna be reading about us in the history because like we're about to make history, especially with the whole genocide that's happening and everything like that. Like when you
we've already been. See, this is the problem with everyone. Everyone waits till the news says, watch. If the news tomorrow posted World War III, then everyone would be like, oh, we're in World War III.
We already are.
But all those things come afterwards. We've been in. How many people have died in Ukraine? Like, how many people have died in, you know, many reasons around the world.
I always say that only because it hasn't been mentioned doesn't mean that World War III is not happening somewhere else. I mean, I would class, and let's say, you know, when 9/11 happened and the US moved into Afghanistan, to me, that's World War III.
They killed 1 million people in Iraq.
Do you get me?
1 million. Like, how you kill 1 million people on lies and no one does anything?
Do you get me? Do you get me? That only because you're not experiencing it doesn't mean that it's not happening somewhere else. Do you get me? I feel like we're very sheltered from a lot of things.
But that's just experiences as well. You can't relate to experiences you don't have.
I guess so, but it doesn't kill anybody to be empathetic.
Oh yes, for sure.
It doesn't kill anyone.
And you know what? We're seeing the empathy everyone's stepping outside, marching all over Europe, all over America, all over you know, and they really are because like the general public, in general, people are good. Like the majority of humans out here are actually genuinely good. With a pinch of fucked up, you know, like I'm great with a pinch of fucked up. You're great with a pinch of fucked up. You have your own.
I'm not fucked up though.
You're all fucked up.
You're all fucked up.
I said I'm not fucked up.
That's perfection right there. African queen.
With 7 pinches of fucked up.
Come on.
What do you think about what Kanye said then about the Jews? He said something about.
He was right that they control everything. He was right though.
Oh no, but see, like, this is what I'm saying. Like and timing is interesting as well.
Because it's true.
Because like no, like 2024 is the year of retribution.
Yeah.
The year of retribution means the truth will be revealed. Like, you ain't got to be scared about speaking the truth because there's cameras there. You'll speak about it with your family, with your friends, anyways. Like, I don't think anyone should be shut off with political debates when 247 on the news headlines, all they're running is Israel is bombing children.
Exactly.
Like, for you to feel that you'd have to keep your mouth shut because
if you have to keep your mouth shut, that means
something's
now you're
wrong.
In favor with
I'm not even saying not only you're in favor because like maybe you keep your mouth shut because you haven't read about it and you don't want to say the wrong thing. Maybe you keep your mouth shut because like it's too sensitive to certain people and like when you're around them you don't want to spark them off, you know. But like at the end of the day, like whatever comes from like above into your head, you have the right to say whenever, 100%. You know, and you should be comfortable to say it. You get me? Anyone who's trying to threaten you to be able to say you should censor yourself, they have a problem with what the current state of the environment is. Because you observe your environment and then you discern information.
Exactly.
And if 247 for the last 108 days since they've been bombing Palestine, all on the headlines has been kids being maimed and, you know.
Exactly.
So we all have to deal with that and still what? Then not talk about it. That's not fair. Don't put it on the TV then, you know. Like, if it's on the TV, like I should have like a right to speak about it.
Yeah,
that's what news media is.
Like if you're watching it and you don't understand, you have the right to ask questions about it. You have the right to debate about it.
It's like COVID now. Like, come and take injections.
Exactly.
Don't say anything.
Ask, what's this injection?
Now look at it. Like after everything, everyone that was telling everyone's getting injections, they still haven't even apologized to those people because like it came out that all that information wasn't even correct. You know. So like it's just a situation where I feel like people need to get more comfortable with reading, learning, in terms when it comes to like to be able to speak the way I'm speaking, like so eloquently, to be able to like look at things and then like not attach yourself to them and be able to release release energy in small amounts. You have to like practice, you know.
100%.
And this is what we're doing here with the podcast, like. So, and if everyday life is an experience where you're practicing a new skill, no one should like you should die now because you said that. Nah, I should be allowed to get it wrong, and tomorrow maybe I've learned from that,
and
you
then
know?
change,
and then we change and we move on. Like
you always say that, don't you? Say, was it? This is our first time doing life.
That's one thing I go back. I always say that 100. It's our first time doing life, so like you're allowed to make as many mistakes as you can. There's literally no right way to do this, that, and the other. Same with our parents. Yeah, we can be mad at our parents. Like I'm constantly mad at my mom. I'm mad at my mom for this, that, and the other. But this was literally this is her first time having me as a daughter. Do you know what I mean? So it's like we need to give ourselves as humans more grace and people around us more grace because like it actually is not easy. Everyone's constantly going through shit, whether we talk about it, whether we don't, and it just depends how you deal with it. But like I said, it's everyone's first time on this earth. Like I can't ask you what is the formula of life because you're going through it as well. I don't know. You don't know. We're actually just...
So instead of pretending to know, because that's what our parents had to do.
Yeah, they have to pretend to know. We just have to be...
You got to the age where you could see through the pretense.
And you could...
And then you became friends.
When you started looking at it was such a big difference. When I started looking at my mom like a normal human being
instead of
and like my friend, figure, I was like, bro...
We could have imagine if we had this earlier, you know. Well,
and it's so annoying because a lot of African parents tend to do that, like, and that's
you see African. I was gonna say for Africans it's different because
for so long, they're like this, and then as soon as you turn, I think when I was around like 18, 19, 20, my mom wanted to be best friends. I'm like, because now you can protect yourself. You are my mother. I can't talk to you about boys. I can't talk to you about this. Now I do, but it's like before I couldn't because I was like, this is strange to you. You're my mom. You're gonna attack. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So like it is weird, but it is our first time. I feel like we get to there with like everything, like because like when you first enter the classroom, like all the people in there were strangers, and you're like shut into yourself. You're shook to say hi to anyone. You just sit down on your own, and like everyone's going through that same experience because it's the first time in the classroom.
That's true.
Fast forward 2 weeks now, you don't even remember how you met your best friend.
That's actually true. Yeah.
But if you like, if you trust, that's like, you trust the stages. You trust like, for a seed to come through the ground, there had to have been a seed before it's a tree. So like, when you see yourself in any new stage, just trust the motion, you know?
Like, oh my God, I know this is so crazy, and it's not crazy, but when I was reading morning devotion today, it was about planting faith as small as a mustard seed. Do you know how small a mustard seed is? That what you just said, it just like reminded me there.
That's like biblical verses.
How small
faith of a mustard seed.
How small a mustard seed is, and then when you leave it there and it grows, and do you know how big it becomes? So like when God was in the Bible, like literally plant the tiniest bit of faith and hope of a mustard seed. It's so tiny.
It's a big change.
Like doing that small little bit it's such a big change.
So now imagine if you're a person who puts that in and then you put more. And you continue to put more.
And literally before you know it, it's like it grows to be such a big
whether you look to like, see what you've done or not, believe me, like you've done great. Like
no, honestly.
Oh, actually no, give us a 1-2 lesson on Riz. Because actually I'll be so real. There's a certain kind of Riz that you and your guys have.
Let's be real here. There's a certain you and your guys here. He has a different type of Riz.
Really?
Like you do. I don't know how you do it.
Is it ADHD Riz?
I know what I'll tell everybody for sure that Riz is something that you don't need. You all fluffed it by starting to name it, like and label it. God made man and woman.
You either have it or you don't.
No, God made man and woman. Like you guys are gonna have chemistry. Like it's natural already.
Not everybody has.
Not everyone, because everyone's already stepping too fast. Like you're trying to force something. Like instead of seeing like where you guys are right now. Okay, we're here sitting. There's a table. There's 2 girls, beautiful girls. I'm chilling. I'm thinking about you guys having your clothes off and we're already having sex. Do you know what I mean?
Like, are you thinking about that?
No, I'm saying like instead of being where you are, some people are way
some guys are thinking. See, like, that is
like you can't even get emotion going. You can't even
that
get
is so
talking.
true because you know a lot of niggas, right? Like the way you said that, that's how a lot of guys think, and then that's why they find it so hard to find them. Like, oh my God, how can Malik be friends with Lepa Shandy and G-Unit and not want to fuck them because he's not thinking about that. He's thinking about having time with them, enjoying the time with them. To get me? So like it's like we're plantain. A lot of people think that we've gone with our guy friends. I'm like, no, this guy's with my guy friend since I was 15, 16. We're pretty chill.
Because everything's hypersexualized around it. That's what I'm saying. I won't blame anyone for not understanding like that we're being programmed. Like there's a lot of things outside of us. Twitter is just sex and violence. Like, just sex and violence, bro.
It is very
like so. It's very easy to walk on the street now, see a young girl and you're thinking sex. See a young guy and you're thinking violence.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So true. But like you remove all of that. You scale it back. Be where you are. Like as in some man them would like I'll be walking on the road like as in and the niggas already crossing the road before I got close to him. But be where you are, bro. I have a mission. I didn't step outside to see you. I don't even know you. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
So like the same way with that example about like as in you're having a conversation now. And I feel like it's also like, because people feel like they're good at lying or that people's natural intuition isn't working. But you like, as you sit beside someone, you can get an energy off them that, oh, this person has an interest in me, or this person doesn't like me, or like your brain is doing this before you even start speaking. Like, so like, just let what's guide. Don't get in the way of it, you know? Because like I've raised girls who hated me at the start. And I just had to let that happen. Do you know what I mean?
Why did you cheese into the camera?
I smile because they'll know themselves. What? You get me? And now it's all love, like, you get me? But like, as in the same way I said, like, you have to be where you're at. Because like, if she didn't like me, am I gonna do all I kind of like to prove that she should like me? No.
That's it. But you think
I'm gonna prove to no. I'm gonna do.
Not every guy thinks like.
But this is why we're here with the Iron K community. We keep teaching the young boys how to get shit done, and the young women how to stay beautiful, great, and to prosper. Like, because at the end of the day, I'm tired of living on Earth without human beings. I'm living on Earth without humans. Like, sometimes it's annoying. Like, because like I'll be seeing people trip. People that genuinely don't have to trip. Like, and it's damaging. And they have like the potential to just shine, and they're tripping because they're getting in the way of themselves at every stage. Like every little bit of like, and like it's one of them ones that's so hard to communicate that to people though. But like, if we could start doing it, like. Less than speaking it, like people see it, recognize it, and they can fall in place, you know.
Wow.
Community star.
What?
Community star. If you're not up for it next year, Black and Irish.
We'll come for you.
Black and Irish. I ain't need no reward to be Black and Irish.
Thank you.
It's tight on me skin. I used to do when we were younger. When the boys in Kilkenny.
Is that where you grew up?
I'm so funny.
No. I've been around Ireland. Like I've been around Ireland.
Where did you first grow up?
So mom, Nigeria. My sister, my mom here.
Yeah.
Me and my brother came down Newbridge first. Yeah. Then moved to Atykil there. Okay. Then from Atykil there, I went to boarding school in Kilkenny.
Okay. What boarding school in Kilkenny?
Kilkenny College. Yeah.
I feel like I've heard about this. Is it all boys?
No. Mixed. No? We thank God mixed. Kilkenny I went to all boys primary school though.
Okay.
Yeah. School for the
Oh. Now talk.
Yeah. Well. Oh no, the man them know that place. That place is a funny place.
Really?
Athy is a funny place.
I was thinking, what even like not even what even is in Athy, but like what's in Athy? Like is it a village or is it like
bridge, abandoned tracks? Right now they change it to a motorway.
Okay.
Like a youth center, community center. Okay. Community. This is where community really like because like I feel like a lot of African Irish people, like as in communities where your mom went, like or your dad when they first came here, they needed the community to like
that's true
integrate into like
that's very true.
So like all these like social systems or all these different institutions would have had to like either church or the workplace.
That's very true.
This is where they start to like gather their new like because they've left home.
That's very true.
You leave home, you've left everything, you know, and people don't like appreciate what it is that like to have a second chance at life.
It's true.
It's huge.
It's very huge.
I grew up in a tie where like as I was with travelers, I was like when I started like as in I'm with like low bottom island. That's just stereotype zone. You see a Chinese guy, what's up, chink? You see a white guy,
that's very true.
You see a Polish guy, Polski. You see a traveler, you fuck traveler. You see a black guy, you nigger. You know what I mean?
That's true.
And then like everyone just hashes it at each other each time.
That is very true.
You get into altercations until you understand how you communicate with that person.
True. That is
like,
very
but that's
true.
usually like when like different societies cross paths. That's usually what happens naturally anyways. War, trade. You know what I mean? Like, or like sometimes like depending on how close they can relate to each other, just naturally gems. I think that's one thing I get with the Irish boys because I'm a Nigerian. Like Nigerians, like Nigeria colonized by England, Ireland colonized by England, English speaking countries. Boom. Okay, former colonized countries. Boom. Like as in. You try to step on my foot, I'm coming. Same thing, you get me? Yeah. So like as in like it was easier to like because even as a black man in a tie, it was the Polish guys that were more discriminated. And they're white.
Do you know I always said that. I said even growing up as a black person, I hate saying it, but like obviously grow up with travelers. I like travelers. I think like some travelers can be obviously terrible and really like mean, but the majority of travelers are very, very nice people. And but if you looked at the Irish society, would always scale Black people above travelers
because they're familiar with the travelers don't want to participate in their like the government or give money back to their, so they look at them as like, you're Irish, but you're not trying to conform to the new Irish, you know? Because there's a new Irish versus an old Irish, you know?
So, but you know, also like they shouldn't be discriminating for wanting to be who they are.
That's what I'm saying. They wanted to stay true to their heritage and their like their culture, while some other people wanted to move into the houses and like then get money from the government and then become more European, you know? It's like it's the same in Africa. You have like African traditionalists versus African like Eurocentrists or African modern, like as in people want to like oh yeah, that all happened in the past, but this is an opportunity. This is a new us, you know, like as in like we're gonna blend as much, and I think as in a whole lot of it makes the world, you know, because God didn't make any mistakes. Like
God didn't make any mistakes. Like I feel like I remember saying when I was younger. Obviously, when you look at mixed race people, you're like, wow, they're just so beautiful. And I'm like, that comes from the mixing of two different races. And
but like, there's so much then, like, as in behind that as well. You get? Like, it's interesting, like, mixed race babies, like, I love them because, like, those are my niggas. Like, I mean, like, I can't even explain. My Nubians, you know what I mean? Because that's that Black and Irish. Yeah. Like, that's that Black and Irish.
Yeah, like. And I'm always like, if, let's say a human mixes with a cow, it's going to come out dead or it's going to come out looking absolutely so I'm always like, if God did not want these people to mix,
it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work. They wouldn't be beautiful.
There's a possibility, so there's a path.
That's why blue eyes are scary, because blue eyes is incest. Yes.
Okay, that's mad. I didn't even. That's interesting too.
It's like it's very, very far back. It's very, 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 very.
The way I feel you do as a Yoruba person, I'm sure the same way it goes with everything, you know. Yeah. Like, cause the world's just big, you know. It's very big. People so like used to be very small. People used to just stay within their tribe, their heritage, not leave. Like there used to be walls, bro. That's very true. Like your dad and his grandpa, like the father's father, they will have walls where they kept all the children. And that was their kingdom. You know what I mean?
That's like, very true. But also was like, because of obviously we've developed infrastructure, we've developed technology, we can travel and find you, but they couldn't. Because things were dangerous if you left. Because you can leave now as in the Yoruba girl leaving the Yoruba tribe now, cross over, and one of the evil boys catch you on the highway. Exactly, because she's not because you're not one of them. So it's like the rules of them don't apply to you because you're not of their thing. So that's why we like when we did it, like start to like gem in the like international community that we have now. Because at the end of the day, my thing is like there's always going to be the good and the bad to like any new project or any new kind of development. Like, of course. But as long as the good is aware of the bad, then I don't think there's a problem, you know. But if the good allows,
that's literally life,
you know.
Like, as long as you're aware, life can be great. Like I said this in my 2024 resolutions. I know 2024 is going to be so good, but I'm also ready for what's going to be bad. Because you're not going to have... How are you going to recognize the good if you don't have bad? Like, it's just... that's literally how life's going to be. You just have to learn to navigate yourself around there. You have to learn to be okay with it because, like, you can't have a little sunshine without rain. You know what I mean? So,
that's it. Rainbow without some rain.
The sun resides in darkness.
Yeah, you know, the sun does reside in darkness.
Yeah, everything comes from dark.
The sun resides in darkness.
Like Kendrick Lamar said, would you trust a flower that bloomed in a dark room?
Ooh.
Right. He said that one of the
Poetic
Justice, right? Yeah, I remember I love this song so much. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna reply to this. And I replied to it. I have it in my little journal.
Oh, you replied to it?
Yeah, I replied to it.
Did you reply back?
No, he didn't reply. No.
On what?
And then I replied to it and I wrote it in my journal.
You replied on what? Yeah, I don't understand.
Right? So no, I mean I replied to because I write poetry and shit like that. Okay. So when I was listening to that song,
you replied to I
replied to what he said. And I goes, yes, I would 100% trust a flower that bloomed in a dark room. Why? Because it found light to grow in a dark room. Think about it. He found light to grow. That one found a bit of light to grow. Because how is a flower grown in a dark room? Because scientifically, a flower cannot grow in a dark room. Photosynthesis will not work if there's not a bit of light. But it found that bit of light for it to be able to grow. And I have it in my journal, 2016. I wrote that down there. It's still there to this day because it's true.
That actually makes so much sense, and that kind of makes me think that like. even if like you're going through the darkest of times, just push.
You have to.
Just push.
Well,
and it's so annoying.
You see what's so interesting about dark
hard.
times? Are we allowed to speak about dark times?
Yes, we are.
I think I said this. Like, let's say there's many positive things happening in your life, and you're doing a madness, you're doing bits, and people are like, oh, you're living your life, but you're still living your life when you're going through
the dark times. So as humans, we like to like do this thing where we push, because I guess that's the like the natural order of light gets projected, and the darkness kept like is just in the background. But like I feel like there's this thing, like if you're like you gain the ability to start accepting what's dark and like working on it and like not hiding it too tough, like you'll start to realize it's actually light, because like what motivates you usually is darker than it is light.
Literally,
like as in
everything could be going so great for you, but then you're not really pushed to do everything's going great, I can chill. But when you're going through the difficult times, it's kind of like a little nudge to like, now you gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
Like even if you look at, let's say when people break up and they're going through like that heartbreaking life, they're like, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta look like the best person I ever am. I'm gonna get this haircut.
Still do that.
But you're pushing. You're that light in the dark. You found that light in the darkness that's helping you grow. Literally. So you do get motivated more. Not even more, but you definitely get more motivated, or you have more motivation when you're going through the dark times, because you're like, I have to put myself out of this.
You're always in dark times, but that's life.
That's life. It's just part of life, and I will never believe anybody that's like, oh, I'm a millionaire now.
Everything's great.
No.
Or if the health of someone you love isn't, Different. What do you do? This is what I'm saying. This is why it's interesting to speak about the dark times, because
what do I do?
If you speak about it, you can help other people navigate.
I don't think I do anything.
No, but what can you do? Like, because apart from having to be like, one
thing I'm going to say,
don't ignore it.
Yeah, don't ignore it. If you're upset and you need to cry. You are allowed. We're human. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be sad. You're allowed to feel the way you feel.
It's part of being a human.
Look at wealth. Yeah, like I start to realize that like Africans actually pull in and generate more cash and create more economy than white people. Because look at what you're saying. Like as an African here, you're thinking about family that are over there that you're sending money to, while you still have to maintain the high beauty standards or the social media.
Why I have to exactly maintain myself here.
So like it's interesting, like as in that, like because that's what I'm saying. Why it's important to share that darkness, because the more we start to allow people in on the things they don't know about us, the more they can relate to us. The African market you're going through, you got people who actually know you're in a better situation. 1 to 900, that's the currency trade. €1 is 900 to 1,000 naira. Like, so like for me buying this little Nerf gun, my nephew over there in Nice could really use that. You know what I mean? Like me buying this pack of jellies. Like as Africans, when we start realizing like as an opportunity we have here that we cry about and we're going to waste watching Netflix every day or chasing everybody's daughter or doing all the the things that like.
How many daughters have you been chasing?
You know what's crazy? They be chasing me. Like,
I'll chase my gems. You made me do wingman for you.
Oh yeah?
You made me do wingman, and then the girl told me the story of how
it worked.
And then
it
didn't work.
Crazy.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
It did not work.
You gotta get used to L's sometimes because that's a lesson.
It wasn't an L. You violated first.
Wait, violated?
Nothing.
This is days all tape for real.
I don't even lie to you, yeah. But we'll chat after it. Like,
no way!
I don't recall. I can't recall. That's a bastardry. It was a bastardry, yeah. I was moving mad.
Bastardry, yeah, it was.
Free the young boy.
No, because even I was like, why is it? Because usually we're very friendly. Do you know what I mean? I was like,
you and her, me.
Yeah, no, me and her. And then after I spoke to you, she wasn't.
Oh wait, I heard the name now. Yeah. I thought it was started with N. But I heard it now. Yeah, I love that girl.
How many girls do you love?
I have wives, you know.
How many wives?
Okay, so woman, YouTubing on me on woman as well as my wives. Now you gotta play games.
I'm not anybody.
Remember he said he's Chrislam.
My mom is a Christian, my dad's a Muslim man. I've been born into something sticky.
Chrislam, our Chrislam king.
Chrislam, you know.
Chrislam.
Do your research. I'm also a Yoruba man, you get me? So I've got dealings I'm dealing with. Yeah.
You have a lot of women that you're dealing with.
I've got a lot of beautiful inspirations that inspire me.
How many?
Numbers are a thing we don't play with. I thought me and you understood that, no? We add, subtract, and we make bread. You know what I mean?
So how many have you added?
Added to what?
How many have you added?
Is there a list that we keep?
So if a girl came to you, if a girl came to you and was like, "Look, Malik, I'm in love with you. I want you for myself. Are you ready?"
Shit. I'm gonna say to
you said shit, so that's a no. It's okay. Be honest. You're a whore.
What
It's
girls
okay.
moving like that? What girls moving like that?
A lot of girls are moving like that.
Yeah, I ain't seen the one yet. Shout me, like, as in the one that's coming.
So
to
if a girl comes to you, so okay, they'll go again. So Malik, Malik, give me your hand, Malik.
What's up?
See how he's holding your hand. Riz Master.
Riz Master. This is not Riz Master. This is a man who respects women. This is a man who respects women. She held my hand. I had to tell her, "See, okay, I'm here as well." Like, you get me?
Malik.
You're not alone. Yeah, what's up?
I want you for myself. I don't want to share you.
You're gonna have to bring something to me. It's called loyalty, respect, and honor. You're gonna have to show me first of all. You have all those.
I have all of that plus more.
Words cannot be experiences. I have to experience them with you.
You're gonna experience it all.
Okay, so we're gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? So now, as we're doing that, we'll see if it's true or not. That's all I can say.
Is it gonna be true from your side though?
I didn't give this to you. You got this to me.
But if I give you all of this, what are you gonna give me in return? I don't want
full attention and focus.
Yeah. Fuck all the other girls.
Nah, don't worry about them. Worry about what's happening here.
Where it is.
Babes on tape. I feel it. I'm ready for my Z.